you just can't get rid of a bomb.
Hey, it's Will.
And this is Thomas.
We're back at the Virtual Spinner Act this week, checking out a story I thought I read before that I'd never seen a day in my life, but now I will never forget it.
I kept saying when you said last week, isn't the second issue with the glowing Wolverine eyes? I'm like, maybe. I was like, yeah, maybe. I can't. Nope. Now I'm finding out, talking before the show. Yep, nope, that's not the issue you were thinking of.
This is the Punisher series, the Garth Ennis Punisher series crossover with Wolverine, not the War Journal Punisher crossover with Wolverine. Well, how can you tell when Wolverine's going to be in a crossover? It's simple. Whenever that book stopped working or making like a big profit, Wolverine would appear.
I don't think that was the case in this one. I just think that they decided to use him. But it's like the team up and crossover so much. You remember the whole Welcome Back Frank Garth Ennis run? You remember when Spider-Man shows up and the Russians there and the Russians attacking the Punisher and he drags Spider-Man in front of him and he beats the hell out of him. At the end, he says, Spider-Man's nearly unconscious. He says, what happened? He says, we had a team up. You were great.
Oh, man.
Oh, shit. Sorry. This is definitely NSFW.
Yeah. So I didn't get anything this week, but I showed off a bunch of stuff last week.
Yeah.
But you have show and tell stuff this week.
Yes. Yeah, I went out of town last week, and I sent a bunch of pictures to you on some other stuff, but I actually held some stuff back. I always do, so that you have something fresh to look at. I did, I always stop at the Ollie's when we go out. I did go to another Ollie's. Sadly, they didn't have a whole lot. I did pick up, and I've been wanting to read it. I got the single issues, I think, but I have never read them. They're just like packed away. But I did pick up the Rorschachs by Tom King.
Oh, I've never read those.
It's a deluxe edition. It's for $7. So I was like, all right, what the hell? Yeah.
$7.
I did show you this. This is awesome, dude. I went to this comic book shop, and everything was $1 in the boxes, except for the books that were parked. And this one was $5. So I'm like, well, I can take it. It's got a Steranko cover and some Barry Windsor Smith interior art on the stories. Sweet. That's epic. So
that's just a no-brainer.
All right. So here's the other things I held back that you've not seen at all.
Okay.
I don't think.
We'll blow up your screen now so my old eyes can see them even with my glasses.
The magazine size books have really made a big comeback. And I think I told you before that I've been getting a lot of the ads on Facebook for Distillery Comics.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to Savannah, people, and I went to the comic book shop downtown near the art college, SCAD, and they had a lot of really independent stuff, just really nice stuff. And I picked it up, but they had a whole bunch of the Distillery books and some DC Black labels. So I did pick up the Batman, City of Madness, #1, which is the art. I picked it up because I was like, well, let me look at it. I didn't order it. The art is pretty amazing. I think this is like the Cthulhu story or something. I'm not sure. But it's a black label. And I just, I picked it up. I also picked up there are only 2 part's out yet. The third one hasn't come out yet. Gone by Jock. And of course, everybody knows art and story are by Jock, which is going to be amazing. But that's issue 1, front and back. And then issue 2.
Oh, got some nice UV coating on the cover.
Oh, yeah, dude, it's freaking gorgeous.
Shiny.
And then same thing. I mean, just art looks amazing. And they're not terrible. I mean, it's $8.99. And it's a full-size square-bound magazine.
Yeah.
Solid color, and you can see the shine. I got those, and then I had never seen this, and it was in the shop, so I picked it up because I'm a sucker for it. It's the EC Library.
Ooh.
It's Fantagraphics, okay? But The Planetoid and Other Stories.
Oh, nice.
This is the illustrated Joe Orlando, and it is.
Oh, wow.
How many pages it is? I can't remember. 204 pages, but looks like it's all of his 50s horror stuff.
Oh, great.
Sci-fi. Just, dude, look at the words. Oh my God.
Words.
It's a little crazy. But yeah, it's got a forward in it by Paul Levitz and an introduction by Tommy Burns. It was like $35. And I absolutely love any of the old EC stuff. It's got, good God, how many books are published in here?
That is like an illustrated prose novel because there's so many bloody words.
Yeah. And the thing is when you look, I've been buying a lot of Fantagraphic stuff lately. I mean, I won't say the quality is there, but the quality of the printing is there. You get the book's always nice. The pages are nice. I mean, even this, this is section song.
Oh, that's so nice.
So, I mean, those are the little things that make a book, that you can read and it'll actually damn hold up. But yeah, Orlando Achieves Orbits, the name of the introduction there.
Nice. He really took off when he formed that singing group in the 70s with that girl Dawn.
With that girl who?
Joe Orlando and Dawn, a little singing couple.
No,
never mind. That was Tony Orlando, his brother. Never mind.
Okay. Mistaken multiplication. Damn it, I've done that before. But yeah, that's really the new stuff I got, and it was, dude. It just, some of the old guys' art is so amazing, especially with the constraints that they were put under.
Oh yeah.
And that's, for God's sakes, I'm not being ugly, but how do you fit in art to carry the story with that much narration in it as well? But it was cool. I'm hoping that it's good. I've read 1 or 2 little stories in it so far, and it's been pretty awesome. Nice. But yeah, that's all I really got. Like I said, I did send you a bunch of the other stuff, but it was all, just $1 books, but they were awesome.
Oh yeah. So we're going to get to the Kickstarter. Now, I was kind of disappointed, but it's called Monte Cristo. And of course, the Count of Monte Cristo is not just V's favorite movie. It's also one of my favorite movies from childhood. The old black and white one. The one that they actually showed footage from in V. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're talking about the
Count of Monte Cristo.
Yeah. Well, you talking about V. Guess what was in the clearance mat wrap?
Oh, damn it! I missed out on like a really good, like high-end version of that mask.
It was $5. I was like, you know what? For $5, I can go and like threaten people and stuff. Oh, but that's a good ass movie, by the way.
Oh yeah, it's runs on the premise of the Count of Monte Cristo, like the Tale of Revenge and all that,
Yeah,
all that stuff. But it's a modern take.
It's like it's gonna be made already. 59,000, or is that 60?
Yeah, there's only 6 days to go. The goal was 7,500, and they're sitting at $59,339 with 1,160 backers. Side note, big congratulations to Pixel Trader. If you remember the book Ariel the Mermaid?
I think so.
From like last summer.
Yeah.
They just, because they've kept the book in demand the entire time, so people can still buy it as like an open source store, right? You just can't get any of the other cool stuff that came with it. They just broke 20K on his first book ever.
Damn.
Yeah. So, but let's take a look at this trailer and check it out. The art looks great.
The art looks good, yeah.
And this book was created by the guy who created the Prince of Persia.
Oh, the video game?
The game, yeah.
Damn.
The guy who wrote the game. The creator of the legendary Prince of Persia video game series brings a classic tale of elegant revenge into the 21st century with a modern reimagining. I really hate reimagining the word. Of the classic Count of Monte Cristo by Alexandre Dumas.
Dumas.
Oh, sorry. You know us Yankees, uneducated sons of bitches we are. Don't miss these campaign exclusive editions of video game history, the making of Karateka and Prince of Persia, the Dev Diaries. So if you're a huge, I know you're a video game fan.
Oh yeah.
And I used to love playing Prince of Persia. I had the Prince of Persia game, Sands of Time, that came out on PS3. That was fantastic.
Oh yeah, and then they made a poopy movie out of it.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. They're making a Prince of Persia movie. Cool. How was it? It was as good as the Scorpion King. That bad, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Damn it.
There's some free bonus items unlocked. It's on 8.5 by 11 linen cardstock art print triptych by Mario Alberti and die cut bookmark. So these three
That
So
looks
it's the
nice framed. Yeah.
Yeah, these are the prints that are available because it's like the wide look of the completely opened up cover. But the character, basically the Count of Monte Cristo for the CM right there. It's a die cut character bookmark of him, which is kind of cool. You get an introduction. It's in post 9/11 America, so because a lot of this stuff, I guess, in the book couldn't happen. Well, it probably could, but wouldn't happen, outside of that.
Yeah. Pre 9/11 America.
Yeah, when they're patting down, 5-year-olds with a teddy bear. Equal parts. Homeland, the HBO series, which is really good. Jack Ryan and the Equalizer. Hopefully, it's the original Equalizer, not this new CBS one.
No, not the CBS one.
I'm sorry, I ain't got beef with Queen Latifah, but I don't think she can do any of these stunts.
The original guy who played the Equalizer, he's still alive?
Oh no, he's passed.
Did he pass? I couldn't remember.
Yeah. And it's got the tail.
I have actually never read this book, the actual book.
The actual novel.
Yeah. Now I've got an abridged copy that's like 400 pages or whatever, and I was like, man, that's a big old book. And then one day I was at the bookstore and I bought an unabridged copy, and it's like 1,200 pages. I'm like, holy shit.
That's like all of the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I'm like, good God. But I've never read it.
If you go to the campaign, you can click right here on the campaign and download like an 8-page preview of the book, so you can get a closer version, close-up version of the art and everything else. There's a little, about the writer, Prince of Persia, Sands of Time, Karateka, The Last Express. Mario Alberti is an Italian artist.
I would have never known.
Well, he kind of looks like Neil Gaiman in his younger days. He's done some work for. He's illustrated covers for DC, Marvel, and most recently illustrated The Wall and portions of Black Box Chronicles for Magnetic Press.
Never heard of either one of those. Oh, it's 224 pages?
$35
Holy crap.
for a hardcover.
That's not a honking ass book for $35.
Yeah, usually this would be like $50, right?
Yeah,
hardcover. The retail edition, 224 pages, 8.5 by 11, with curved corners and spot UV elements. This trade edition will be available in bookstores next year. There's a tier bundle, includes a digital copy. So you can just open it up on your tablet and read it on your tablet and just keep this nice. Yeah, you got to look through and sniff the pages, I know. Then there's a premium hardcover, which is $50. It's a hardcover with a die-cut design in the front cover. So right there is the die-cut design, because underneath it makes it look like the city's on fire.
Yeah.
Tier includes a numbered red foil stamped book plate and a digital copy of the book as well. So there's the stamped book plate. So it'll be signed, and that's like a limited edition. I think they still have plenty left. But then there's the Executive Revenge bundle, exclusive to this campaign. A copy of the limited die-cut hardcover, plus an exclusive pocket notebook with pencil, a metal business card bookmark, and a silver Monte Cristo Monte Cristo logo lapel pin. So you get the lapel pin down here, which looks kind of cool, and then you have the die cut bookmark right there.
Yeah.
And they give you like a neat little. I mean, if we bought this would be to write down what we're looking for when we go into the next comic shop.
Yeah.
Or convention. Can I help you, son? Hold on. Let me bring out
this list.
Let me grab my my Monty book and we'll go from there. Merchandising, the merchandisers bundle, which is the die cut book, everything from the aforementioned, plus you get both of the developmental diaries from Karataka and Prince of Persia: Sands of Time. The first 150 bundles include a unique bookplate signed by Jordan Mencher and digital copies of all 3 books. So you get physical, digital of everything, all the bells and whistles for $109, which isn't bad.
No, not for 3 large art books like that.
134. You get 2 of the books that the artist worked on. The first 100 bundles for 134 include a unique bookplate signed by Mario Alberti and digital copies of all 3 books. You get The Wall and Black Box Chronicles. So you get his 2 big books that he's recently worked on.
And they say for $134, I'd buy that one instead. That way you get comics.
Yeah. So Monte Cristo's a graphic novel anyhow. So you get 3 graphic novels and digital copies of the books. Complete Revenge bundle tier includes both signed book plates and digital copies of all 5 books. Only 100 available, $174. So you get 2 signed book plates. So the artist and the writer will give you a signed book plate. So
and add-ons,
Karateka, Prince of Persia, The Wall, Black Box.
Missed those things, the Wall and the Black Box book. Yeah, I don't see them, but the art looks really good.
Yeah. Digital only.
$15.
$15 to be provided by Gumroad, which is probably like one of their fulfillment companies for digital tiers.
Yeah.
Premium hardcover 35, die cut edition, which I think looks fantastic, for 49. The executive 69, 109, and 134. Boom, boom, boom. But I mean, if you think it looks cool and you just want to read the book, you can always just grab one for $15, and then if you decide after you read it that I'd really like to have a copy of that.
Next year it'll be out in bookstores.
Yeah. So, and I mean, are there actual bookstores left?
There are. You gotta hunt them down though.
Oh yeah. So this is all the stuff that's opened up. Those 3 prints that we saw earlier. These are all bonus art prints.
Yeah.
So these are all unlocked. So everybody's getting. So you can get a nice triple pane frame and put these up in your library or garage or bathroom. I don't know.
Wherever you plan your revenge.
Yeah. I usually plan mine in the bathroom when she's taking a shower. The ribbon bookmark, the die cut, and the laser cut bookmark have all been opened up. The only thing that hasn't is the red foil gilding added to the die cut edition pages.
And that'll probably end up being unlocked because they're right there at it anyway.
Oh yeah, but so I thought that was really cool looking.
Yeah, and a good revenge story is always great.
They're the best ones.
Oh yeah.
A good revenge story. A bad one sucks. Wow, wow.
Go away. So
last I saw, before I unpinned the fourth installment of our month-long endeavor to do the Daredevil Frank
Born
Miller
Again?
novelization, Born Again, yeah. Last I saw on X, we were up to almost 60 viewers on that
well,
stream.
that's cool.
So, last night I had to empty my entire my backup for my internal. I had to empty it onto the external because I was out of room, and the show I did Wednesday night,
Yeah.
Rex and I were just talking. We went on for like 4 friggin' hours.
Jesus Christ. Get a room, guys. Oh, sorry. And then you sent me the link on Facebook the other day. I did not realize we've been doing this for damn near 4 years.
Yeah.
I mean, or exactly 4 years.
Yeah. This week is like, I wrote that up like the day we went live, whatever day we were doing it back then.
Yeah.
So this week, 4 years ago, we started doing this.
Yeah. And we've pretty much not missed many weeks since then.
And please do not go back and watch the first one.
It's terrible. It was terrible. We still try and strive to get better, but yeah, back then they were terrible. But God. So you did tell me, as we said earlier, you had never read this.
Nope.
And so Punisher 16. This is like Punisher Volume 5. PG plus for violent content. It's pretty violent, people. And some people may be offended by some of the things that happen in this book. You'll just have to get over it. Because after the depressing Born Again, we needed something with a little bit more levity.
I'm just going to throw that up for shits and giggles, but I'll tell you right now, you can either get over it or grow a set, but do it quick because we're jumping into this book.
Yes. Story here is by Garth Ennis, and the art is by Derek Robinson. And both are just freaking amazing. And the story opens, and we see Frank, loading up a damn shotgun. He's getting out. He's, going around doing what Frank does. He's killing mobsters. So he's at Little Antoni's. Not much, the soldiers left since the casino leadership down. We find out that the Punisher has moved into town and has slowly been taking out all of the mob heads. And now he's, trying to mop up everything. So he's going into Antoni's here. He kicks open the door. And when he does, there's a bunch of damn legs that are chopped off, and they're just like laying everywhere on the floor. He's like, what the hell?
How did they get away?
Exactly. He's like, there's no bodies.
I mean, I know now, but
yeah, there's no bodies. There's just legs. All of them like right below the knee or right above it, just hacked off, laying everywhere.
I had to flip back to the beginning of this book while I was reading it. When something happened, and I'll tell you when that, when it is, when somebody dressed as the Keebler elf comes out, and let me just I go, wait a minute, and I flip back. There's no bodies on this page.
Yep, there's no bodies. It's just legs.
Because at first glance, you're not paying attention. You're like,
no.
He kicked the door in. Everybody's already dead.
Yep. The story is actually called Vertical Challenge. And then we said, Garth Ennis story, Derek Robinson art, Avalon, Matt Miller colors, RS Comic Crafts letters, Kelly Amy is associate managing editor. Got Stuart Moore, and this is back when Joe Q was actually the chief of Marvel. I didn't remember this, but do you notice there's a Defenders video game behind the door.
Yeah, that's cool.
Dude, Defender was such a good game.
I saw an ad for what looked like it was meant to be like a barroom system.
Yeah.
But I guess it's like Wi-Fi, and it's got, this company has basically like every video game, like every arcade game that's ever been on this, and it's got interchangeable controllers that like slide and magna lock in.
Oh, sweet.
And I look and goes, click here and get a special discount. I'm like, okay. With the discount, in only one controller, so you can't play every game, it was $2,000. I'm like,
Yeah. But yeah, Defender was awesome. So,
oh yeah. Hey, Alan.
What's going on, man? So yeah, Punisher's just like, what the hell? And then as the story changes, now we're in Dylan's bar. And then somebody's like, sorry, Shorty. And it says, I didn't see you down there. Didn't mean to spill your drink. And we see this grumbly old guy. Says, man, what is this freaking town? Every time someone comes here, some tall streak of spits got to try his luck. Guess word ain't got around the Big Apple yet. You don't mess with the knucklehead. So this is our man Wolverine. Sitting in this damn bar, eating this massive hamburger, just getting drunk.
And he's drawing them like he's not Sam Keith. The artist is not Sam Keith.
No,
but he's drawing him like a cleaner version of Sam Keith.
Yes, the super hairy, scrawly, everything, and
slicked back, pointy mullet.
Yep, dude, I love Sam Keith's Wolverine though. And the guy's like, "What?" And then if you look, kind of like in the foreground, we see it. Somebody says, "Boss, this ain't the time. I really think we should leave this one." You heard him. You heard what he said. I want him. And we're like, what the hell? Yeah. So the guys just keep going on, and they decide to start a bar fight with Wolverine. Nope. He hits him over the head with a bottle of beer, and Wolverine just pops the claws, cuts the fingers off, and he says, come get your kicks on Root Snickety Snick. I'd forgot about all this crap. This is so funny. What?
All I can think is that Garth is in Joe's office, and Joe's like, you gotta lighten this up a little bit. This is a little too heavy. Okay, I'll put some really dark comedy in it.
Yeah,
so it doesn't ruin the book. Okay.
So Wolverine decides to go into a big fight with these guys, and it does. It shows him. He's just slicing people up left and right. And then our two guys off the corner they actually like pop a gas pill and seem to kidnap another guy while the bar fight's going on. Wolverine sticks his claws in the guy's nose. You want this dirty? Could bring this brand of dirt. It's too hot to handle. As he just keeps chopping people up. And then you hear off in the distance, like, rah, rah, some kind of noise. And Wolverine hops the bar. He says, it sounds like a damn chainsaw. So he lands on the other side of the damn bar, and there's legs that have been severed, and there's a trail of blood leading away, going into a trap door behind the bar. And he's got Frank's look.
And then this poor sucker, who thought it was a good idea to dive over the bar at Wolverine,
he impales himself. He didn't do anything. He just jumped on my claws. I just stood there.
Look, I just happened to be holding the sword. They fell on it. It wasn't my fault.
No, his dumb ass was the one that fell on it.
It's not my fault.
So Wolverine just like, and now the story changes completely. So Pete Grigio, wake up, Grigio. We see this guy. He's there. He is. He says, "Wake up!" And you see somebody's talking to him through a doorway, and there's a oh God, what do you want? A catheter or whatever it is, a liquid bottle hanging down, and you see all of these people with no legs, like laying down in the bed, and they're screaming, "Oh my God!" We're going to see how things are going to be. And they're all their legs have been removed and they're wrapped up. They get little stubs left.
Somebody the happy trail.
Yeah. Your time is passing, Grigo. You and all your fat, stupid bully boy buddies, we're going to get you one at a time. The worms have finally turned. You mother-loving maggots. I'm sorry, Pete, but, that ain't just happening, because he's like, Polly's going to help him. He says, Polly? And then here's your Keebler elf.
Yep.
And Polly, seems a little short there, and then the guy just ends up screaming, "Ah!" And we don't know why. Not yet.
So it was at this point that I had to flip back to the beginning of the book. And it was also at this point that I realized it wasn't Wolverine cutting everybody's legs off.
No.
I mean, yeah, I know berserker rage, violence, dead bodies everywhere. But usually he's just cutting the tops of their head off and, doing a shot in their cranium. Not, although maybe later.
Maybe later. Yeah. So, yeah. So here's the Punisher. He calls, this is back when he was working with the police officer.
Yeah.
That was helping him, feed him information about the mob. And he calls him, and the police officer's like, "What do you mean it wasn't you? Legs hacked off. It isn't my MO." He's like, "Wait," so they all think that the Punisher's been cutting all these people's legs off and killing them. He's like, "No, you got to be kidding. 8 separate incidents? All of these people have had their legs chopped off?" He says, "Yeah, the chainsaws. There's never much blood. Should be suggesting that they're using tourniquets to be applied first. So somebody's actually tourniqueting the legs and then cutting the legs off." Yeah, our Goombas are still alive. We have to see what we can do about that. So he's going to go look for them.
Yeah, those that have seen the Punisher War Journal movie will recognize this is the goofy guy that they, he's always talking conspiracy theories about the Punisher. So they send him down, they lock him in a basement closet with 1 million files, and he's there. But this just fits it because he's just a clown to everybody else in the precinct. He's got a Post-it note on the back on his back says, "I like men."
And I think this is his wife. She's just terrible.
I think that's his mother.
Is his mother? I can't remember. It's been so long since I read these. I just know that this set, the Garth Ennis run always sticks out. But yeah.
I think the last time this guy saw any kitty meow meow is when he was being birthed. Damn
it. Oh God. So the Punisher's like, "We've got to find these guys if they're still alive." And they head out. It's just more to do here than just finishing off a bunch of amputees. I want to know who's behind this. It's too weird for the Triad or the Russian Bob. It smells like vigilantes to me. And that's the last thing this city needs. It's a vigilante.
Frank, do you know who you are?
Yeah. So now he heads off, and of course he goes to the nudie bar. Some psychotic playing judge, jury. Yeah, it's some psychotic playing judge, jury, and executioner. Something Soap said gave me an idea about this moving down the food chain. If I was going to do this would be my next stop. So he literally goes to the next group of people he was going to kill, and he heads out. He's like, "I'm going to figure out what's going on." He's like, "I'm used to Bobby Pastelino until I cancel the bastard's ticket. His crew still hang out here. It won't be long until they make their move, providing they've still got legs." So he's there about 2 hours. And he's like, he just maybe I'm at the wrong place. And then the music gets louder. So he's like, did the music get louder? And he rushes in. He's like, it's enough to cover chainsaws. And of course, he gets in there, and people are dead everywhere. And he's hunting the people down. He goes to the office, and of course, here's more damn legs just chopped off, and blood going downstairs. He says it's headed for the basement. I know how they're doing.
And he heads downstairs before he gets a free lap dance.
Yeah. Oh, damn it. So Punisher's heading downstairs, and then we see Wolverine has managed to go into the trap door beneath the bar, and he's in like the smuggling caves underneath New York City that go all the way out, like I guess to Long Island and everywhere. He's like, God, there are millions of them down here, and he's actually tracking the blood. He can smell it. So he's like, oh, well, things will get heating up in a little bit. So he's actually traveling. That's an awesome picture of Wolverine too.
Yeah.
So yeah, Frank goes downstairs now, and he's like, bootlegger tunnels. Thought as much. Miles and miles of these under Brooklyn. They'll take you from Manhattan out to as far as Coney Island. So as long as you know the way. And he's got his flashlight. He's going along, and then this kind of gets funny. He's walking along, and then it's like, the tracks though. He looks down, and there's like little bitty kid footprints down there. It's like they don't make any sense. And here's this damn Velma thing, curiouser and curiouser, like old Scooby Doo. Yes. So he heads out. 2 hours later, take a guess and say I'm somewhere in Red Hook. It's a warehouse. It looks deserted. He comes up through the warehouse. There's no rust on the hatch. He says it's quite an operation. They've got underground access to half the city and a nice quiet hangout to bring their victims to. For what? And then you see Wolverine's arm. They're behind Frank. He says, I might have freaking known. And of course, he pulls around. This thing has Psycho written all over it. Here comes our hero fight. Well, Punisher calls him the damn rodent through the whole book.
Mm-hmm.
Says the rodent. That's made my night. It really has. Figured if I waited, the nut behind this would show his face. Killing's not enough anymore. You started mutilating them too. Well, you just went a leg too far, because now you're up against. He's like, he jumps at him. Wolverine gets shot right in the face. Punisher just unloads in his head.
And if this isn't disturbing enough, he stays like this to the end of this 2-issue run. Well, not exactly like this. He actually ends up worse, but
he blows his face right off. What's bad
I was kind of when I saw this, I go, man, I hope this is Cyber and not Wolverine. Because like three pages after this, his face is still blown off.
Yes, it's not healed back. He blows his tongue off though. So for like the rest of this little section of the book, when Ennis writes it, he actually all the wording is changed. It's like he doesn't have a tongue, so he
blah, 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 blah,
Google head. Yeah, he does. You're dead. He says this thing with the cornball is the damage he could soak up and hand it out. Metal bones, half a dozen pig stickers, some kind of grow a new ass superpower. It's a superpower, grow a new ass. So,
if you could grow a new one, why would you keep that one?
Yeah, the little turd's a walking arsenal.
Oh.
And now
he goes to say old chucklehead, and all that comes out is great googly moogly.
Yeah. So now we see somebody's actually watching the fight on a closed security camera, and we're like, do we kill him? What the hell? This one's practically one of us, and this one we owe him a whole debt of gratitude. I just wish they weren't so keen on slaughtering each other. I'd recruit the pair of them. Let's see what happens next. If nothing else, it's a good ass fight. And so Wolverine's standing there over the Punisher. He's like, getting off. a little more than Jew. It's just let me get. I'm the guest there is at what I do.
See, I didn't know until now that his tongue got blown off.
Really?
I just thought there was a really bad printing error in this book.
No, his tongue is blown off. Yeah, but what I do isn't very slice.
That's exactly what you do with Slice.
Yeah. So
What's going on with these guys? They're crazy.
Wolverine actually is gonna get him, but Punisher does all he can do. He grabs him by the damn arms to try and keep him from gutting him, and ends up getting thrown through a damn office. He says, and then now he says, "You don't make me laugh." He says, "Sounds like his tongue's grown back already." He's handed me my ass, and he's, "Oh, it's the old Nightman's watchman's office. It's about time I got a break." So he finds the damn baseball bat that the night watchman has in there, and he picks it up. And here comes Wolverine. See if I can pull back this before Yosemite Sam does some real damage. Getting desperate. Adamantium skeleton, bub. What the hell you think you're going to do with that? And he hits him straight in the nuts. It doesn't matter how much adamantium skeleton you have. Hitting the balls with a baseball bat's going to hurt. He says, "I think that's what it is. My second piece of luck tonight." It's Wolverine, like, nurses them for a minute. Now, if our dog will shut up, the Punisher finds some gas, and he's just going to set his ass on fire. He says, now our CTV people are like, "Okay, that's enough. He's going to kill him. Give me some lights and audio. Get everyone down here now. Stop." The lights come on. Wolverine and the Punisher actually leave the office kind of like together. He says, "Cease fighting. Pull down your weapons. You're among friends. You'll not be harmed as long as you do not resist. That's better. There's no need to fight amongst yourselves. As you're about to discover, we're all on the same side. Since we're the power in New York City, the others are dinosaurs. They're dead, extinct. They just don't know it yet. The underworld is changing, acknowledging its true masters." Wolverine's like, "No, the mob will finally wither and die." And they stand there, and they're surrounded by an army of little people, or midgets, if you want to call that.
Oh.
Yeah, to be concluded. All right, I got to load the second issue now. Hold on.
Okay. Just, oh my God.
Oh, wrong one. There it goes. Pin 17.
Yep. When I saw the cover of this, I go, "No, I'm not forgetting anything. This isn't the book."
No, yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, I know Wolverine's on the second cover, and you kept saying glowing eyes and all that. And I'm like, okay, but yeah, there's no glowing eyes here. So
No.
we see Frank. There's Wolverine, like the silhouette of a body with its legs being chopped off. Marvel Knights. So now we get our obvious what's going to happen here. The inevitable in 3 easy stages. First, the rodent will say, "What kind of freaking freak show is this?" Then whoever it is will come back with, "There's no need for that kind of talk. I already told you we're on your side." And presto, ain't no leg severed psychos on the side of Wolverine. Heads up. Gonna buy you a drink you won't forget. Gonna buy the whole snicked pack. And Wolverine decides to head at him. He just plows into the group of midgets. He's cutting them up, and Punisher just says, I'll only get 2 or 3 of them before they overwhelm me. So he just keeps the baseball bat and starts swinging.
You can almost hear the sound of the ball at Wrigley Field getting hit over the fence.
Yeah. Plan B it is. And then aim low. Have to admit, there are worse ways to spend an evening. At least he's enjoying himself. He's like, there's worse things I could be doing.
Well, like they said in the movie the Patriot with Mel Gibson. Remember what I told you, son? Aim small, miss small.
Damn it. So Wolverine's tagging him up, and Punisher's just beating him with the damn baseball bat. I love this guy's eyes as he's being like thrown backwards. Yeah, bring them down. No killing them. Don't kill them if you don't have to. I want them alive. I don't like the sound of that. Last people this bunch took alive ended up 2 feet shorter. The problem is there's not a lot I can do about it. Even though Wolverine's the best at what he does, just sheer numbers, they overwhelm him and drag him down. Same thing with Frank. He's like, and the fat lot used the rodents turned out to be. They're both just covered up.
And miss.
Miss, yeah. Very good. That was unnecessary, gentlemen. There's too much good work yet to be done to fight amongst yourselves. Now, introductions are obviously in order. This could be almost, this one could almost be, my name is Tony Casino. So we've got the little mobster there, and he's got his partners that have the little Uzis that are almost as big as them.
Tony Casino?
Yes.
With all the parody of Garth shooting on the guy who created the schnicked sound effect for Wolverine popping his claws, and he's just like poking the bear. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep making fun of you and writing a pun like every page for that.
Dude, it's so funny.
This issue is like a homage to George Lucas. They've replaced the Wookiees with Ewoks. Same thing.
Damn it. Yeah.
They replaced the full-size mobsters with fun-size candy bars.
Fun-size candy bars. Brother of Tommy Casino, the last Dawn.
As a fat guy, there's nothing fun about a bite-sized candy bar.
No, it's just enough to piss you off.
Yeah.
The man you murdered along with the rest of the East Coast bosses. Thank you very much indeed. You're taking over? That's Frank. Oh, yes. So why the legs? Because those sons of bitches owe me for 45 years of hell. See, there were 2 brothers once upon a time. So we find out that this is actually the real brother of Tony and Tommy Casino. But Tony moves up into the mob, and he can't have his midget brother along, so he gets upset. So they just make fun of him. They stuff him in the toilet. They make him wait his table. His own brother. He says, Tommy, why are you doing this to me? Don't you see I'm just like you? He's like, wrong again. He throw him in a damn pit with dogs. The damn trebuchet shooting his ass over the damn field goal post. That was classic.
I'm just like,
yeah.
I got money that says that toilet wasn't flushed before they stuck his head in there.
No. Yeah. And Tony Casino learned how to hate. And oh, how I hated, how I dreamed of revenge, fantasized the horrors I could wreak on his brother, planned and planned. And one day the Punisher gate crashed a meeting of the families, and the mob began to fall apart. And Tony's chance arrived because he planned carefully. The ridicule, the despise, the little people. Why the legs, you ask? Bring in Paulie Grigio. So here's your keeper elf as he comes in. Says, say hello to the new breed. We got him first, a test run a couple of months ago. So we find out they got him a couple of months before all this happened. Tourniqueted him, cut his legs off, and then fit him with little prostheses so he could walk around like this. And now he's got to be their help. He's like, a race of slaves for the new kings of the New York underworld. It's all just torture thing.
Tony Casino, represented by the law offices of the Lollipop King.
Of the Lollipop King. And Paulie just like,
just
man,
so sad.
It's so sad. Meet the new boss, same as the old boss. About time I made my move. So here's Frank. He says, what's this about being on the same side? Even it's obvious you're at war with the mob. You want these animals gone as much? What does it matter? If they're legless or dead, as long as they're off the streets. And as your fellow crime fighter, well, why wouldn't he join us? Why would I? Because they're the only people in the world shorter than you are. What? What did you just say? Shorty. So the Punisher riles Wolverine up, and he just like tears loose.
It doesn't take much.
No, it doesn't take much. I love how he goes to stab Punisher, and the Punisher just picks a guy up and sticks him in front of him. He stabs him. For crying out loud. Now he starts hitting him with, he's literally got another midget, and he's hitting the other midgets with, and there's still too many of them. And they haul ass. Just get swarmed again unless I get some distance. So he says, wait for me, damn it. Get him. And they're shooting at him. He says, guess you had to make that crack about me to get my blood rolled up there. Next time you decide to make a break for it, how about letting the knucklehead know in advance? So Wolverine's standing there looking at the Punisher, and Punisher's got the Uzi. And here's the scene you never thought you'd see in a book. The Punisher's already hit him in the ball with a baseball bat. Now he just unloads on his testicles with a gun. They'll grow back. You're in my way here. Best if you sit the rest of them out. And keep Tony occupied. Now that he's good and mad. Break out the rest of the weapons. Get after him. I want that ungrateful bastard's head. As for this one, get the sauce. They're all heading for Wolverine, or they're heading for Punisher. And this is cool. I didn't remember this first time I read it, but he says, yeah, they've got all these machine guns and everything, but they don't have enough body weight to actually stop the recoil, so they can't really aim very well. So they're shooting at him and missing everywhere. And he's just mowing them down. He says, I just want them dead. Try and replace them, you're dead. My gun, I think, it's a stroke of luck. Now they've managed to hold Wolverine down, and they break out the chainsaw. You think you're too good for us. A little too tall, maybe. Well, don't worry. We'll fix that. Hold him steady. He cranks up the chainsaw and starts cutting into his legs before it goes chomp. He says, because he can't cut through the damn metal. The adamantium bones stop him. And here come the rest of the midget army running away. He's killing everyone. He's unstoppable. Run. The Punisher, hey, boss, for God's sake, come back here, you cowards. He's just one man. He's like all the others. We can take him. And Wolverine says, guess your mama never told you it don't pay to turn your back on the old knucklehead. And Wolverine cuts the midget's legs off. Cuts Tony's legs off. Just like, damn it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Do what?
Pretty much, yeah. He's just sitting there, shorter than he was before.
Yep. And of course,
just beside himself.
He's beside himself, part of it. Punisher just looks so cool in this. He's just mowing everybody down. Contrary old bitch, the Ozzy. You won't hit Jack unless you got the weight behind it. And Tony's crawling off. Oh God, let me make it, please. He's crawling for the actual underground sewers. He says, "You're next, psycho. Got a world of hurt to take out on your murdering hide. Don't see where Tony went, did you?" Did I what? Yeah, I got bigger fish to fry. As soon as I'm back on my feet, someone's got the drop on me. Punisher hears the gun rack. He turns around, and it's Paulie. Your keyboard elf, who actually kills himself. He says, don't flatter yourself. I didn't see the little maggot going for the tunnels again. He sees the blood, says, guess I can't hurt the checks. He just drops a damn grenade down there. and blows his head through it. Well, he was right, just like his brother. He's dead. Ah, right. That's the final reckoning. Ain't nowhere to hide. Clyde, nothing's going to stop me now. Shoot me, bomb me, cut me up. Just going to keep coming at you. Going to show you why they call me the Wolverine. The Punisher does this. He's standing there like this. These freak's got a point. Tendons in his legs are already knitting back together. With that nose, he can track me anywhere. Thing would be I have to slow him down. Give him a day or two to lose the scent. Wait a minute. There's a damn steamroller in there. It's just, this ought to do the trick. You got to be out of your mind. I'm warning you, Castle. I'm giving you one last chance. I'm telling you to stop this while you can. You just see Wolverine scream. Is that it? You're a dead man, Castle. I'm going to hunt you down. I'm going to find you. I'm going to gut you like a fish. You don't play to mess with them. As he runs all the way over him. Yeah. He says, well, we've had our differences. Just so that we can do when we overcome them. Maybe one day we can work together again. The underworld won't know what hit it. Until then, good luck, Pine Martin. And people say I have no sense of humor. Almost forgot something. Pete Grigio and his boys. So he goes back and finds all the dudes that have had their legs cut off. They're still alive. He's like, well, you know what I say? They haven't suffered enough. And he kills them. They're in the bed. He just mows them down. The end.
Oh, my God.
What's bad is I should have made you read the other one. We may have to do it later. There's another part of this because Ennis did this, and the guy that was writing Wolverine at the time, they wrote a follow-up. Like, it's called like Wolverine the Revenge or something. Wolverine tortures the Punisher.
I can't let him get away with doing that to my guy.
Yeah, so that's another issue. It's like the old Punisher Daredevil book. Oh God, I've just always thought it was funny as crap.
Was it like a Monte Cristo story, a tale of revenge?
I can't remember.
The Count of Madripoor.
Let me see if I can find it.
Ding, fries are done.
Oh, God. Oh, God, it's not coming up right now. Most brutal things the Punisher's ever done. Damn it. But yeah, I'll have to hunt it down for you. But yeah, I've got that other issue, the Wolverine versus the Punisher. Because it was the follow-up. Yeah, you can't do that to my guy. So yeah, I thought, I was like, oh, maybe he has read this one, and then come to find out you'd never read it.
It was driving me nuts.
And you'll never forget it now that you've read it. You remember that issue where Wolverine gets his dad's blowed off?
I do now.
I do now.
Wait right there, Logan. I'll call Gene for you. No.
Damn it. Yeah. The fact that he says, "Hey, don't worry, they'll grow back." it's like classic. So that was the levity I decided to bring to us after the the Born Again story.
After the good as hell, a little too serious at times, Born Again story. Yeah.
Yeah.
Too many times seeing Kingpin in a diaper.
Beat the hell out of people. Oh God.
Making me wonder, where the hell did he find a Speedo that big?
Entertainment.
and entertaining minds want to know.
And where can I get one?
No. I mean, hopefully at one point I'll lose enough weight that I'll be able to wear Kingpin Speedo as like, a one piece.
As a one piece.
I'll put my legs through the bottom, and then my arms will go through somewhere in the middle.
You look like Borat.
Yeah.
Damn it.
It'll be my slingshot.
All right. So did you pick something out equally humorous for next week? Lord, you hope not.
Yeah. I was thinking that maybe we should do some Hellboy because it is Hellboy's.
Yes, like a 30th anniversary or something, isn't it?
Anniversary, yeah.
Oh my God. I remember when Hellboy first came out.
Hellboy, of course, the first appearance of Hellboy, the speculators said, no, there was an ad for it in the magazine from San Diego Comic-Con. That's his first appearance. I'm like, look, that's a stretch. That's like saying Superman's first appearance was in Two Young Boys' Minds, not on paper.
Yeah.
So what, you gonna go grave rob? Stop it.
Speaking of that, did you see the Action Comics #1?
It sold for $6.1 million.
Yeah, 6.1, 8.5 graded. That's insane.
And somebody gave Big John a hard time. Goes, where were you? How did you let this book slip through your fingers? And I wrote something, but then I deleted what I wrote because I said, see, if you hadn't wasted all your money on those beat to hell copies of Daredevil, you could have bought this book.
You could have bought this book.
It was published for like 3 seconds, and then I immediately deleted it. I go, no, he knows where I live.
He can hunt me down.
So, like, the first appearance of Daredevil is actually in John Byrne's Next Men.
Or first appearance of Hellboy.
Of Hellboy, yeah.
Yeah.
And I've got that somewhere, but I don't know where.
Isn't it Next Men?
Next, N-E-X-T Men.
Yeah, Next Men. Huh.
Byrne was like, to Marvel, screw you guys, I'm going home. And he just made his own X-Men team.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
And it was for good. Dark Horse, wasn't it?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
And the thing that's funny is like, if I remember right, a lot of the early issues of Hellboy, Byrne and Mignola like co-wrote together.
Yeah.
Because they're amazing. The ones with oh God, what's the one where he walks around with the dead dude on his back? He keeps talking.
Oh yeah, I've got that one.
Yeah, he keeps walking around. He's holding the guy as he's at the cemetery. The guy
is that the Crooked Man?
No, that's the Crooked Man is the one that I read a while back, but that was by Corbin. The Crooked Man was by Corbin. That's where the Crooked Man was the devil.
Yeah.
Oh God, that was an awesome story.
Speaking of which, do you know it's available for pre-order through Dark Horse right now and probably in every place else too? There is a Hellboy Artists Collection hardcover for $49.99 of Richard Corbin Hellboy.
No, I didn't see that. That would be awesome. Because he did a bunch of Hellboy. I didn't realize that until a while back. But yeah, he did the Crooked Man. He did, was it Hellboy in Mexico, where Hellboy fights the Lucha Libres or whatever it is? And then all kind of stuff.
There you go.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I didn't realize it was for pre-order yet, so it's available now. Complete collection.
It's pre-order. Writer Mignola wrote it. Dave Stewart did the colors. Clem Robbins did the letters, and cover artist is Richard Corbin. So I don't know how they're calling it the Richard Corbin hardcover if all he did was the cover.
No, he did all the interior art too.
On the complete collection of horror master Richard Corbin's Hellboy comics, in this deluxe edition, revisit some classic Hellboy stories, including The Crooked Man,
which is awesome.
Yep, Macoma,
I haven't read that.
House of the Living Dead, and more. Man, Macoma, Horror House of the Living Dead. They wrote that line twice for some reason.
Yeah.
They're claiming it's oversized, but it's only 8 by 12.
So yeah, it's a little bit bigger than a normal book.
It's slightly bigger than a regular comic book, yeah.
But it was 312 pages. Yep, that's what it says at the bottom.
Yeah, 312, hardcover 8 by 12. So it's the Dark Horse hardcovers are always these small books. They're not like everybody else makes their books bigger. They make them bigger by a half an inch.
Yeah. But yeah.
So usually it's like 7.5 by 11, and a half, or 11, 7.5 by 11. So it's like a half an inch one way and an inch the other way.
The thing is with and I can't remember when he died. Corbin died not too terrible long ago, but Dark Horse has actually been reprinting almost all of his stuff, like the Corbin collection. And I've gotten 2 of them because I got was it Murky World, and then the first one was Den, and then I got Den 2 and 3 are supposed to be coming out, and then now they're releasing this Hellboy Artist Edition. So it's a good time to be a Richard Corbin fan. I
was just all psyched that they had, like, when I bought that digital dump from Humble Bundle for the whole Creepy run, Volume 1, that they had a whole just Corbin book. They had a whole Bernie Wrightson book, a whole this artist book, that artist book.
Yeah, the one by Toth, you said.
Yep, Alex Toth.
There's a lot of really good stuff in Creepy. So what Hellboy book did you pick out? Oh, you hadn't got that far yet.
I hadn't got that far yet.
Hellboy versus My Little Pony. The team up you thought would never happen.
He's gonna cook it up, and we're gonna have some gamey steaks for dinner next week.
I did read an article that the Hellboy movie, the relaunch, the one with what's this? Oh God, the guy from not Perlman, the guy from Stranger Things, was actually getting a lot of traction on Netflix. They said they thought, it was getting a second, kind of review. The Perlman movies are good. The first one I think is far superior to the second one, but it's not. The second one's not a bad movie by any stretch of the imagination.
Oh yeah.
And I've seen the other one, but it's been a while.
So I'm just. No, I don't want to sign up for your thing. I'm looking. Let me just.
Trying to find our book.
How about the Seed of Destruction story arc?
Seed of Destruction.
Yep.
Take a look at that. I could type right. Oh yeah. Seed of Destruction's good.
Yeah, it's one of the stories that set like the entire Hellboy mythos.
Yeah.
And this story won the Eisner Award back in '95.
Good God, is it? Damn.
Yep. And it was Magnola. I'm just going to call him Mike because I can't pronounce his last name right. And John Byrne. And they won the Eisner Comic Industry Awards winner, 1995, Best Writer and Artist. Best Writer / Artist.
Huh.
according to Amazon.
I'm trying to I'm still trying to find the Wolverine versus Punisher rematch, and somebody wrote a story up, or it's got a headline that says Wolverine versus Punisher. One violent Marvel fight is way too gross for the MCU. They talk about the Punisher War Journal #6 by Potts and Lee. That's the one you were thinking of. And then he goes back to 2002, 16 and 17, the one we just read.
Good Lord.
Yeah. Shortly after Wolverine recovered, Punisher follows up with a second shotgun right to the family jewels. They'll grow back. Yeah. He says it's almost like flattens him like the final of Who Framed Roger Rabbit. I didn't even think about that.
That one scene right there reminded me of like a wicked old like Steven Seagal movie, like one of his first like big action flick movies, where his wife at the time, Kelly LeBrock, co-starred with him in it.
Yeah.
And he was in a coma, and he came out of the coma and had to do all his training and all the acupuncture to get back. And it was bunch of dirty cops basically set him up from his precinct, and it was all for an area councilman who was making a run for the White House, but Seagal's character had dirt on him, so they thought they killed the wife, they thought they killed the kid, and they thought they killed him, but he was in a coma and they hit him. But when he finally catches up with the senator, he's now a senator getting ready to run for the White House. He takes the shotgun out, shoves it in his pants, pulls the trigger.
Oh my God.
I missed. They must have been smaller than I thought.
Oh my God. Oh. All right. I will get that. I can't remember how long it is. We'll see. What is it? One, or may have to do it in two episodes if it's a longer story.
If it's another 8 issues that I just pulled.
Yeah. But we'll do that.
So until next Friday, everybody enjoy your weekend and read a comic.
Something.
Yeah, read something. Just do it.